Okay, so if we look at 210.8 dwelling units, it tells us that all 125 volt through 250 volt receptacles installed in the following locations and supplied by a single phase branch circuit 150 volts or less to ground shall have ground fault circuit interrupter protection for personnel. So taking the first half of the list here, 210.8A1 through A7. Okay, if we look at A1 bathrooms, within 3 feet of the bowl, you have to have a GFCI receptacle. Bathrooms have to be GFCI protected, but 210.52D is another section of the code that we have to go to, which tells us that within 3 feet of the sink or of the bowl, you need a receptacle. And then 210.8A1 tells us it has to be GFCI protected because it's in a bathroom. Okay, A2 is GFCI protection for garages. So if we look at that, garages and also accessory buildings that have a floor located at or below grade level, not intended as habitable rooms and limited to storage areas, work areas, and areas of similar use. All 125 volt through 250 volt receptacles have to be GFCI protected. So this might be car chargers or something else that you have out in the garage that's 250. All single phase receptacles installed in garages must have GFCI protection. And I have this picture here with the garage door opener. So for garages, oftentimes on inspections, I'll find that they didn't GFCI the opener. So the requirement is garages. The entire garage has to be GFCI protected, including the opener. But again, it has to be accessible. So somebody can't be getting on a ladder. So typically what guys will do is they'll do some type of a load off. They'll load it off of a GFCI receptacle or load it off a faceless GFCI, like I have pictured here. Okay, number 3 is outdoors. So what the code states is that all outdoor outlets must be GFCI protected 125 volt through 250 volt, 15 amp to 50 amp. And that was expanded in the 2020 NEC. So they clarified that hardwired outdoor equipment like HVAC, your air conditioning unit, or other units that are HVAC equipment, they have to have GFCI protection. 2020 expanded from unfinished to finished basements. So now finished basements have to be GFCI protected. And for the longest time, it was just unfinished. And then 2023 just kept that. That remains the same with 2023. Okay, so A6, kitchens in 2020, they expanded it to 250 volt circuits serving the countertop surfaces. In 2023, they expanded that again, and now it requires GFCI protection for just the kitchen. So it's no longer just countertop surfaces. So if it is a kitchen, then you have to provide GFCI protection. So A7 was areas with sinks and permanent provisions for food preparation, beverage preparation, or cooking. If there's preparation being done there, it has to be GFCI protected.